guys, welcome to Marci Barker Fitness. Today, Stacey is going to hop in the BodPod and get her body fat tested. The reason why using the BodPod is awesome is because it's readily available in a lot of different fitness centers. So wherever you're at, you can hop in the BodPod and see what your body fat is. And what we're going to do is we're here at Weber State where I went to school, so we're going to work with one of the professors. And he's also probably going to do a 3D scan, which is a new technology. So she's going to get a picture of her body and just see what's going on. And it's a great way to improve when you actually know what your body is made up of.
Maybe she'll use us as a test group.
Yeah. So, should people use the bathroom first before they get in the BodPod? Okay, and why is that?
It's the BodPod standard, but any extra stuff that you have, both urine and colon, is going to make it an accurate measurement. It's just like hydrostatic weight.
Okay.
You want to avoid before you come in.
So, is there a size limit on who can get in the BodPod?
I've had someone up to 450 pounds,
And be good?
so
Okay.
I haven't gotten anyone that can't fit, but I'm sure there is. Andre the Giant might not be able to fit.
Okay. So, this is the 3D scan. Is there a specific name for it? I've just been calling it a 3D scan.
It's made by the company called Stacey. There's several 3D scanners. We have a Stacey 3D scanner.
Staiku. Okay. Stacey's gonna hop in the BodPod. She'll do that first, and then she'll just come right out and stand on this platform and get a 3D image. How often did you say people should test in the BodPod?
My recommendation, if you're trying to make significant changes, 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Just need you to turn your back here, heels against the wall, stand as tall as you can.
Okay, so you're getting her height and weight for what?
I'm not measuring her weight, I'm just
Oh.
measuring her height.
Okay. Stacey is like 6 feet tall. Just kidding.
Just a hair under 5'8", we'll give you 5'8".
She's like a model, guys.
What's your date of birth?
February 14th of 86.
Okay, so when people get in a BodPod, there's a tube they have to put on their mouth, right?
Not for this one, because with all the people that we're doing we're doing them so quick back to back, we're gonna use a predicted measurement for their lung volume.
Okay, cool.
Do you need to cover your hair with that?
Okay. No, I can probably just tuck it up.
Yep, wanna get it all covered up as best as you can.
Does it even match my swimsuit? Dang it.
They're purple. You match the wall and the curtains. Stacey's wearing a swimming suit, so why do people need to be in skin-tight clothing?
Actually, it's a good thing that you're filming this, because this is actually, her top is sort of inappropriate,
Okay,
and I'll show you why if I take your robe off for a second.
okay.
Do I have it covered? Good enough?
Yeah, good.
I feel like my eyebrows are like.
So the pants are good.
Okay,
This is
the
too
bottom's
loose.
too loose.
Yep, you
Okay.
want, anything like this is going to add volume.
Okay,
So like a sports bra, something that, like a one piece that really hugs is better.
okay,
So we'll go ahead and measure her like this, but this is actually too loose. We'd like something that, like, if I snap it, it should snap right back to the skin, and it's not
Okay.
quite that way.
would it help to tie it behind her?
Nope.
Make it tight?
'Cause
No?
we want it as tight as can, because, well, it could help a little, but still that volume is in there, and this
Uh-huh.
is measuring volume, so any of that stuff's gonna add volume.
Okay, good to know.
The big thing is that it's skin hugging.
Okay,
I mean, clearly, like spandex shorts are better than tights, but as long as it's skin hugging, we're in pretty good shape.
okay,
The problem with her top is it wasn't skin conforming, so.
okay. And how long does the BodPod take from the time you get in there?
There's 2 measurements of 40 seconds each, once you hop in, and then occasionally we have to do a 3rd measurement. So the maximum time in it would be 3 measurements of 40 seconds each.
Okay. And who should not get in the BodPod?
There's no contraindications.
Okay.
It's just an air-filled chamber, so it's just like sitting in air.
So you have to put certain measurements into the program based on how much they weigh?
No, what we do is we measure their weight for their mass, and we measure their volume in the BodPod, and that helps give us density. So
Okay,
go ahead and step off. So we're actually looking for body density, but the pod itself measures volume.
okay.
You can go ahead and have a seat. So your job is to put your hands in your lap, sit still, breathe normal. You'll be in for 40 seconds. I'll open the door, we'll do another 40 seconds. Once we've got those 2 measurements, you should be good. So just relax, go to your happy place, breathe normal, close your eyes for a moment, we'll see you in a minute.
And don't laugh at my jokes.
She won't be able to hear you.
So you're just taking her information and putting it into the next
Yes.
program? So it's a lot faster.
Okay, so those first two readings, we want two readings that are really close together. Those are a little too far apart, so do the same thing one more time.
Okay.
Too far apart, so those readings were like, they didn't feel like they were close enough together. So
Okay.
we do a third one, and it's gonna take the two that are closest together and take the average of that for the volume.
Okay,
It's pretty sure that it's getting a really accurate measurement.
okay.
Good, that's good, we're done. We're gonna go get your scan next.
What information is on the printout?
So the printout gives you, I mean, the BodPod's job is to do body fat, so it tells you that, tells you how much you weigh. And it uses a two-compartment model, so it's gonna tell you how many pounds of fat you have and how many pounds of lean tissue you have.
Okay,
And then it does have a, BodPod has put in some standardization estimate or normalization estimate, so it's tell you your body fat's normal, it's lean, it's high, it's risky based upon the standards the BodPod
Okay.
people have put in there. All right, so I just want you to go ahead and stand on the turntable with your feet right where it says.
Yeah.
am I putting your feet now?
So it is gonna measure your posture too, so stand real tall and straight, and then put your arms up just a little bit higher. Perfect, stand real still. And it's gonna spin you around 40 seconds.
So then she's gonna get a printout that has all of her measurements.
But rather, because it's really lengthy, rather than printing this out and giving it to her, I'm gonna send
right.
it to her email address and attach it that way, she can have it electronically, because it's like more
Yeah.
than 10 pages long. So you can go change.
Okay.
And it's nice because people don't see that when they look in the mirror.
No, absolutely
So
not.
it gives you a good perspective of what you
Absolutely.
really look like.
That's, I think the value of it is, especially those people that really want to make a change in how their body looks, that's going to be where the value is. So we got the exact same fat
Cool.
on this as we did on that, which is pretty unusual.
Which one, 21?
She got 21.2 in the BodPod and 21.5 in this, so those are really, really close.
Cool,
Which means this is a good measurement for her, but that's not the case for everybody.
yeah,
I trust this for all the circumference measurements it's doing this, but in her case, it's a really good measurement for her.
cool.
Yeah, so your BodPod came out to be 21.2, and this one came out at 21.5, which is virtually no difference at all.
And 21% is in the athletic range, right?
Yeah, she's healthy. She'd be, for her age, she'd be considered a little bit lean, but the range,
But she's like a lot lean, like
the healthy range for females is usually in the neighborhood of like, well, ACSM's range is 20 to 35% for her age, so she's on the low end of that for sure.
cool.
And then I sent you an email with the PDF of all this, and it has all the measurement circumferences and things like that.
Do you have any changes you would like to see in your measurements? Like, that's pretty cool because
Yeah,
that would take so long for anybody to measure themselves or for me to measure a client.
sure. And you're
So-
not gonna be as accurate either. I mean, over
Yeah.
time, you're not gonna be as accurate, so it's really, really cool.
Maybe you should try and get a bigger butt.
Yeah, you're perfectly healthy, and so I wouldn't recommend
It's
that
not
you
a big
need to
deal.
lose any.
Yeah.
No,
But
just
this
tell
is a
me.
two-compartment model. It measures fat and what's known as fat-free mass. So fat is, you've got fat under your skin, you've got fat internally by your organs, you've got fat in your cell membrane. So any fat is incorporated in the fat measurement. The fat-free mass is muscle, bone, hair, connective tissue, all that stuff that isn't fat. This doesn't distinguish between muscle and bone. But if you're a healthy individual, the main change in this fat-free mass is gonna be muscle.
Yeah.
So if you came back in 6 months and you were still 21.2% body fat, but now instead of weighing 132, you weighed 140, that would mean that your lean tissue went up, right? And so that most of that change would be due to muscle. Let's say you had a knee injury.
Yeah.
And your quad was really atrophied compared to your non-injured one. This would tell that how that changed more than
Yeah.
this one. This is, for BodPod, if you're looking at lean tissue, that's saying, well, what you'll often find is when people are trying, everybody says, well, I'm trying to lose weight, and what they're actually trying to lose is fat. And so what happens oftentimes when people try to lose a lot of weight, or what I would call fat, over a quick period of time, they lose weight, but sometimes more than half of it's lean tissue, and that's not what you want. If you're trying to lose fat, you want to lose the fat, not the lean tissue.
Right.
So the BodPod's good about that. I have clients that come in and, well, I've lost 40 pounds. Okay, that's great, but you've lost 20 pounds of fat and 20 pounds of lean tissue, which is not what you want to see.
Right.
So,
Cool. Okay, thank you.
yep.
All right, you got your body fat tested. What did you find out about your body that you didn't know before?
I don't know. It was just cool to know, because I've always been somebody that weighs a little bit more, like in elementary and junior high. I hated in the PE when they're like, okay, it's time to do the weights and see, because I've always had, but at that age, I didn't really understand and realize that I had like heavier bones and just a heavier set than most people. So it was just cool to see and get a better picture of what is mass and what is not, what's fat and what's not. So
Yeah, and with the BodPod, he kept saying it's measuring volume. It's measuring volume. So it's like your volume could be your clothes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, so BodPod, a pregnant person could do it, but it's not going to tell you really what you need to know because your volume is changing based on what you're doing. And I think if somebody's pregnant, they're feeling down about themselves, they just need to be like, this is extra volume. That's all this is right now. With any body fat testing, I think it's always good to have a goal, but it shouldn't always just be weight loss, because weight loss can also mean muscle mass, and it can mean that you're losing lean tissue as well, which a lot of people do. Like, they do all this cardio and they're like, I'm losing weight, and I'm like, you look sick because you don't have any muscle. So anyway, you have any goals? Or
I'd love to
okay if
see
you
some
don't.
muscle growth. That's been my ultimate goal lately, because I think I'm definitely lean enough, but I like to build some muscle.
We'll put information below the video if you want to get your body fat tested. So, you guys please subscribe if you haven't yet. Join our public Facebook group. It's called Fun and Sustainable Fitness by Marci Barker.